What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial, as you guys can see, I don't have my eyebrows on, which means we will be talking all about eyebrows for this particular tutorial, just because eyebrows was actually one of the first things that I started learning when it comes to makeup, and it was one of the first things that I started applying on my face. Eyebrows are a very essential part of your makeup routine. It's definitely one of my essential part of my daily makeup routines, just because I do fill them in every single day. There's different types of products that you can use when it comes to your eyebrows. You can either go in with pomades, you can go in with powder, or you can use your eyebrow pencils. There's really different ways that you can do your eyebrows. I do have different types of eyebrows depending on what kind of makeup I'm wearing. I don't wear makeup every single day, and because I don't, I try to keep my eyebrows as natural as possible. And then when I do wear makeup, sometimes depending on how I'm feeling in the mood, I'll go either for a bold eyebrow or just my daily eyebrow, that where I just do is just fill them in just a tiny bit. I do have other eyebrow routines and other eyebrow tutorials that I'm more than happy to link down below, also right up here for you guys. This routine I think is awesome for anyone that is trying to understand how to fill in their eyebrows. Kind of feels like they're maybe going overboard. I am going to show you guys some of my tips and tricks on how to keep your eyebrows looking as natural as possible, because I think I'm really good at that. Some people really don't even know or notice that I do fill in my eyebrows, which, you know, I mean, like, kudos to me, I guess. The eyebrows are a little bit on the thicker side. It's kind of like medium size. I don't like my eyebrows to be too thin, and I don't like them to be too thick. I want them to be just right in the middle, just so perfect for my face. Everyone does have different types of eyebrows when it comes to their face. My face is more on the oval side. My face is more long, I guess you can say. It's not too round. So the eyebrows that I do have are just perfect. Yes, I do thread my eyebrows once a month, and just because they are really good at just shaping my eyebrows for me, and I don't want to over pluck. If you are one of those that over plucked your eyebrows when you were in high school, because it was kind of like a trend in high school back in the days, thin eyebrows were the thing, but now they're not the thing anymore. I mean, if that's your type of thing, by all means, it's not my type of thing anymore. I do like my eyebrows to be more on like the fuller side. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I fill in my eyebrows for an everyday makeup routine. Zoomed you guys in, and as you guys can see, these are my natural eyebrows. They're not filled in with absolutely nothing. And what I do apply on my eyebrows to make them grow just a tad bit, I'll go in with a little bit of coconut oil all over my face. I use that as a as a nighttime moisturizer. And I apply just a tad bit Vaseline just for some thickness and some length as well. I do want to be that person that wakes up in the morning with eyebrows and it's like, you know what, we're going to the beach, I don't need to put eyebrows on. But sometimes I do, because they look so thin and so like, it's just so sparse the way that the eyebrows are. Just because, like I said, I overplucked when I was a teenager. It was one of those things that, you know, I definitely until this day regret, and I'm suffering the repercussions. But so like I said, guys, earlier, I do have a few eyebrows routine, which I'm more than happy to go ahead and link those down for you. And I think in each and every of those eyebrow routine, I use different types of products. For today, I will be using this eyebrow pencil, which is by Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Total Temptation. I am in the shade 310 medium brown. Now, when it comes to selecting your eyebrow color, I do want to suggest, don't go with the same color your eyebrow is. Kind of go with one shade lighter than your actual eyebrow color. Just because if you go with either a shade darker or the same exact shade, it's going to be too dark. People are going to notice that you're filling in your eyebrows, and that's not what you want to do. This tutorial is all about natural eyebrows. So I do like this pencil just because it is a very creamy consistency pencil. It is more on the thicker side. So when I did purchase it, I was a little bit like, you know, like, whoa, what is this all about? But it's so easy to apply your eyebrows with this pencil. It glides down so easily. It is very affordable, and you can find this at your local drugstore. So to be honest, you really can't beat this. So what I like to do when I am filling in my eyebrows is, the good thing about this pencil too, it does come with a spoolie in the bag. I like to comb them or brush them. And when I brush them, I'm looking at where I'm going to fill in. And right here is usually a little bit of a problem for this eyebrow. Not too much for this one, but I like to fill in just a tad bit right here. When I go to fill in the top, you guys will see exactly what it is that I do. So I like to start right here in the bottom, just also lightly. I'm gonna make sure you guys are completely zoomed in. And what I'm doing is the lightest pressure of these strokes, or you can't even feel that I'm like jabbing the eyebrow pencil onto these eyebrows. And as you're doing it, you will want to do like hair-like strokes. So I'm not doing like a complete line, I'm just doing like boop, like this, because that's the way that your hairs look. So when you are filling in your eyebrows, always use the pencil and grab the pencil towards the end, because it's not going to give you too much control of the pencil. If you go towards here, the beginning is going to give you so much control that you're literally going to be drawing in your eyebrows. And we don't want to draw in the eyebrows, we want to fill them in. Go back in and fill it in very so tiny lightly. Because this one is missing a little bit of that arch, I like to make it look like this. When your eyebrows are never going to be twins, they're going to be more like either stepsisters, cousins. They're never going to be exactly the same, which I guess is always a fun part of eyebrows, because there's always one eyebrow you're going to want to do better than the other, or there's always going to be one eyebrow that you like more than the other. It always happens. It's like those siblings that you kind of connect more with one another. I like this eyebrow more than I like this one. And it's funny because I have to fill in this one more than this one. So I guess because I have to show this eyebrow more TLC than this one, I kind of, you know, like forget about this one, but it's fine. You will know which eyebrow you like more than the other. As I'm filling in the eyebrows, I do like to take a quick break and just comb them. Use this back of the spoolie. It is going to give you more of a natural eyebrow when you comb your eyebrows. Then I go into the top. And once again, I'm just filling in these sparse areas. I don't like to fill in the beginning of my eyebrows too much, because I want it to be as natural as possible. I don't want the eyebrow to look like I stamped it on. I want it to look like it's all mine, it's all natural, and these hairs are mine. Okay, I got something bomb eyebrows. That's what I want people to think. Going back in. Now when it comes to the arch, just follow your natural arch. Do not overdo it. Do not overline your eyebrows. I'm just following the natural arch that I have. And if you want to do it just a tad bit, you always can. But I'm not going to bring up my eyebrow like all the way up here. No, it's not going to happen. We're going to do it as natural and very light-handed as possible. And then towards the end of my eyebrow, I do want it to be a little bit more on the darker side and not too much, because that is the area where my eyebrows are the most like sparse and light. You can't see that the hairs that much, so I am going to kind of go ham on this area. And then as you guys can see, once again, we are not doing the whole stamping on the eyebrows. We're more like just filling it in very so lightly. Going back into the front and then to the bottom. This is the time that I take to make sure that I'm getting that perfect eyebrow. Going back in with my spoolie, and when you go with your spoolie, you are just blending all that work that you did. You're blending the eyebrows all together. You're blending the product with the hairs. Now you guys see the difference between a filled in eyebrow and one that is not filled in. This one is a little bit more thicker, a little bit more just like complete. It just makes your whole entire makeup just look put together, and that's exactly why everyone loves doing their eyebrow routine. Now if this wasn't every day, and if it was a day that I was just going to work, I usually don't wear makeup for work unless it's Friday, and I'm like, woohoo, it's Friday. But I actually would just leave the eyebrow like this. And because I do have makeup on, I am going to clean it out just a tad bit later on. I'm going to show you guys how you can clean your eyebrows just to make it more kind of like just finish the whole entire eyebrow routine and just make your eyebrows pop. Now we're going to fill in the next eyebrow, and like I said, your eyebrows are never going to be the same. They're going to be a little bit different. Now this eyebrow, it does have like the hair like strokes going up. This one doesn't. So when I filled in this one, I tried to make it, because it is more on the rounder side, I try to make it a little bit squared just to make it look like this one. Now when I fill in this eyebrow, I actually do it the opposite way. For some odd reason, I always start at the top and then I finish at the end. However it is that you want to start your eyebrow routine, by all means, whatever it is that you're comfortable with, go ahead and do that. But I start this one at the bottom and then I do this one at the top. It's like the weirdest thing ever, but it's just what I'm comfortable with. It's just the way that I'm just used to doing my eyebrows, so I really don't think it's like that big of a deal. So once again, when I'm starting it, you can always start towards the middle, but I do it towards the beginning just so I can follow my natural arch and follow my natural eyebrow. I do feel like there's been times where I will start like at the middle of my eyebrow and I kind of like mess up the whole thing. And I don't want to mess up my whole eyebrow routine, because if my eyebrows don't look bomb, I don't look bomb. Just go so lightly, doing the same thing that I did on the other eyebrow, doing it on this one. And go towards the beginning of the eyebrow. And as you guys can see, I'm not filling it in all the way towards the beginning. More towards like a little bit of the beginning, like right here, I fill it in. Because I do like that natural eyebrow. I don't want it to be like squared, stamped on. Then right here is a little bit sparse. For a natural eyebrow, I just fill in the sparse area. Now, if I was going full beat today makeup wise, these would be full beat eyebrows, but they're not. This is just natural eyebrows, everyday type of routine, everyday type of thing. Bada bing, bada boom. See, this one took literally like 2 seconds. This one took like a whole hour. And then just a tad bit, I like to fill it in just a little bit down here. I really don't have to for this eyebrow, but I just don't want one to look too high, one too low, or anything like that. These are my eyebrows, and I am going to show you guys how you can clean them up just a tad bit. So I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of concealer. This is by Maybelline, and I'm going to grab the smallest brush that I have, and this is a flat, dense brush. This is a very tiny brush, and it's very easy for me to just clean up just a tad bit right here in the bottom. Just make those eyebrows look a little bit more sharper and cleaner. And then I'm also using the lightest strokes to clean this all up. I do like doing this because I feel like it just makes your eyebrows just pop more. They just look more bomber. You'll have bomber eyebrows. Also doing the same thing on this side. And then you guys can really see that concealer because I did apply just the smallest bit on this brush. So I don't have too much going on. And then on the top, do the same thing if you want. There's really nothing on this brush, but I mean, for the heck of it, it's not gonna hurt. And then this is the time that I take and I grab another spoolie and blend out those eyebrows. And that is it, guys. That is my everyday eyebrow routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoy some of my tips and tricks that I share with you guys on how you can fill in those sparse eyebrows and how you can get more of a natural everyday eyebrow look. This is more on like my everyday eyebrow routine. If you guys are interested in some of my other tips and tricks when it comes to eyebrows, on either filling them in, getting more of like a dramatic eyebrow, my other eyebrow routines, I am going to link them all in this video right up here for you guys, and some of them also down below. Because like I said, guys, eyebrow, it is a very important part of your makeup routine. It's either gonna make it or break it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your neighbors, tell your mom, tell your boyfriend, tell your girlfriends, tell everybody, tell your grandma to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.